Welcome back. Right, okay. So can you move over here and just look at this for a second? So move your chairs and face that direction. What do we want in this class? Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so before the break, I was asking you. It's hard to see. Okay, so before the break, I was asking you, how would you practice that grammar if you wanted to do it, and you had no opportunities with the teacher or whatever. So the people who are new in the class, the one thing that I really want you to get good at. Hello, Eleonora.
Hello.
Oh no, it's more embarrassing to bring you up.
Hello, guys. Happy New Year.
Exactly. Happy New Year, Eleonora. Yes, exactly. No, over there. Yeah.
Where?
No, it's the most difficult way. Yeah, the most difficult way. Yeah. Don't trip there. Don't trip. Yeah, very good. Okay, so I asked you before the break, how would you practice that if you had no teacher? I said when I'm teaching this class, the number one thing I want you to get good at is to become independent of a teacher. If you're still dependent on me at the end of the course, then I didn't really succeed. I want you to at least need the teacher only 5% of the time. If you need the teacher to explain absolutely everything, then you're going to fail outside the class. You're only in the class 3 hours a day. You're going to be awake another 13 hours probably outside the class. You need to practice it there. Okay, so one thing that I did, I said, can you have a conversation with me, ChatGPT? Now you can do this in spoken ChatGPT as well. You don't have to use the written version, but I am a miserable old man and I want to discuss regrets I have about my life, my job, my relationship, etc. I would like you to give me the opportunity to reply with the construction I wish plus past perfect. Of course, let's take our time and talk things through. Tell me, is there something specific you regret about life that's weighing on you right now? Perhaps a missed opportunity, a decision you made, or one you didn't.
Are you using it as a psychologist?
Get out, Eleonora, get out. Okay? Take your time, I'm here to listen. Okay? Excellent then. Goodbye, Eleonora. Yes. And then I said, I wish I hadn't chosen to become a teacher. Okay? And then ChatGPT replied, ooh, that's a heavy regret to carry. Teaching is such a demanding job. It asks so much of your time, your energy, and your emotions. What do you think drew you to teaching in the first place? Was there something else you wish you had pursued instead? Desperation. I wish I had pursued my dream of becoming a penguinologist in Antarctica. A penguinologist in Antarctica. That's a dream worth holding on to. Blah, blah, blah. What stopped you from pursuing your dream? Was it fear, practicality, or just life getting in the way? Blah, blah, blah. Now, here, I wouldn't answer with I wish I had, and I didn't. I said, life. And then he said, or ChatGPT gave me another bloody question, and he said, what's the version of that dream that still feels alive somewhere inside you? What's the moment you picture most vividly? And I said, being far away from my terrible students. Okay, for example. I hear you, blah, blah, blah. You can go on, etc., and give yourself 50 different opportunities to speak to ChatGPT using the construction. You don't need me for this. But one other thing, I asked it, give me a few opportunities to use the construction I wish plus past perfect. But ChatGPT didn't give me more than 2, which is normal. You don't want, it's not normal to say, ask you about 50 different I wish I had questions in a normal conversation. It'd be ridiculous. Now, if you want, you can practice like this. You could ask ChatGPT, okay, can you give me 10 exercise questions for my students to practice the form? Well, you don't have to say for my students, you could say for me. And then it gave you these questions. I failed my final exam last year. How would you answer that? Dr. Fernanda, how would you answer I wish?
I wish I studied more.
Perfect. Okay, now it's even better. Dr. Fernanda said this. She said, I wish I'd... sorry, this one. I wish I'd chosen a different school. Now, it's more common for English native speakers to say I'd instead of had. Okay? If you use the spoken version of ChatGPT, it's going to use the contractions. I've already practiced this. Okay? Or tried it. Now, with your partners, I want you to answer those questions. You don't have to write anything, just answer them by speaking. Give an example, potential answer to all of them. Okay? Pair, 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 three. Okay? Answer those questions. Okay? You don't need to write anything down, just answer speaking. Okay? You're going to have to see it. Okay? Off you go, quickly. Don't worry, Lewis, you won't be shot.
It's not the best place to study. Maybe my answer is the same. Yes, okay.
Because I don't know, my friends really was a bit super.
Responsible with the sounds. I will pass.
I wish I
want to use the contract for maybe not the contract for
I will have
if you want to use the contract for but in it's not flexible.
or you could say, I wish I had not. What you're saying is you
I would want
So I wish
I need to take it.
go to the party.
I want to
Take the
but
first
there's
flight.
no one checking. No, it's no bad Spanish.
Just 5 minutes.
Yeah, sorry.
For self-control.
It's more difficult than when you
I wish I paid for an insurance for my family.
advise about their job. I wish because you
Waterproof coat.
Again, please?
Waterproof coat.
No, the full sentence.
I wish I said where, but when is not the past. Again. This is the past participle and the past.
You know this one?
I said something.
Tear is this. Tear or tear? Tear, it's the same spelling, but it's a different pronunciation. Tear, what's the past of this? What's the past? Take a guess.
Tear.
And then there's another word that you can know as well. You don't know this word, probably, but you will definitely know this one. What's the past of bear? What's the past of this one? I was born in 1986. This is the president. This is Fred Carney. So you know this one, what you know about that? So with the forms all right, rubbish. Okay, so for sure. To be honest, what makes it better is Kayene's reaction every time. Yes, that's what I love to see. Okay, Julie, I didn't go to the party on Saturday.
I wish.
Don't worry, I finish at 5 o'clock.
I wish. I could. I had.
No, use could if you want. I wish I could.
I wish I could go to the park.
No. Okay, so you're close. If you want to use could or modal verbs, you have to use the thing up at the top. Can anyone read that at the top? It's a bit hard to see. Okay, I don't know why I wrote it in pink. Okay, but if you see up at the top, you will see construction. Could have and then past participle. What's that look like?
Could have.
What other grammar uses that kind of construction? Conditional. Conditional. What was that? And which conditional? Third conditional. What was that, Kylie? What conditional was it? Third conditional. Very good. Okay. So you use things like I would have past participle. So I would have bought a car, etc. Or I could have gone. This is talking about ability in the past. So say that sentence again, then, Judy.
I didn't go to the party on Saturday. I wish I could have
Gone. I wish I could have gone.
gone.
Yes, I wish I could have gone. Yeah. I wish I could have gone to the party, etc. So you can use that construction instead of using a past perfect. It's the same idea. Okay, you're using this form here. Okay, Tsian. I spent all my savings on useless things.
I wish I had invested on something.
In something. You invest in something. So I wish I had invested in, I don't know, something else. Okay, etc. Okay, Wendy, I said something rude or impolite to my best friend yesterday.
I wish I hadn't said that things to my friend.
Exactly. What did you say to your friend yesterday that was so rude?
Bad
Yeah, like what?
Bitch.
What? I didn't expect that from you. Okay, excellent. Beautiful words. Okay, next one then, Laurent. Yeah. Go ahead. Yeah, you try. Yeah.
I missed my flight because I woke up late. I wish I hadn't drunk a lot of beers yesterday.
Yes, I wish I hadn't drunk so many beers yesterday, etc. Okay, next one then, Gabrielle.
I didn't learn another language when I was younger. I wish I could have the opportunity to. No.
What do you use? I wish I could have had. I wish I could have had the opportunity. Blah, blah, blah.
The opportunity to learn English.
Okay, very good. Roberto, next one. I what? I bought. Okay, what word is that there, everyone? I bought. Okay, bought. Okay.
An expensive phone that broke after a week. I wish
I wish I had. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So I bought an expensive phone that broke after a week. What would you regret? I wish I had. Would you? I wish I had bought that another phone or what?
Hadn't.
Yeah. I wish I hadn't bought that phone, or I wish I had bought another phone, etc. Now, if you're a Spanish speaker like Roberto, what mistake is the number one pronunciation mistake that you will generally hear?
that we speak that the word is right. No, I don't know.
You know? Nothing. Nothing over here from nothing at all. We make no mistakes. Okay, so typically the biggest mistake that Spanish speakers make is the last consonant. Okay, not pronouncing the last consonant. So up, Jeremy. Right, up. Over here. Over here.
Do you know Carlino?
I think I can take Carlino. Right? Okay, come over here, and I want you to say this word or this expression.
Wish.
Again?
Wish.
Again? Shh.
Wish.
Again?
Wish.
Again?
Wish.
Now, insurance. Okay, up, Luis. Very good. Where are you going, Urani?
Here.
Come over here, Jeremy. Come over here. Come here. Okay. Yeah. Again. I wish. I wish. Shh. Shh. I wish. I wish. Again. I wish. Very good. Roberto. Up. Here. Here. Wish. Wish. Again. Wish. Again. Wish. Yes, very good. Now you notice it's better this time. That's it. Thank you, Jeremy. Oh, well. You want to? Okay. Okay, so usually a problem that Spanish speakers will have is the pronunciation of the last consonant is very weak. So you'll say things like I wish instead of wish. You'll say things like, for example, bought instead of bought. Okay, you want to be clearer at the end. Okay, so some other languages do that as well. Okay, the next one's then Luis. Where are we now?
Hey, I didn't listen to your advice about my job. So
About my
job. I wish I'd listen to your advice.
now. Did you hear that? I wish I'd. And then what was the next word?
Listen.
Exactly.
Listen.
Okay, so if you don't pronounce that strong consonant at the end, the teacher doesn't know if the Spanish speaker has bad grammar or the pronunciation is wrong. So it's I wish I'd listened or listen. Okay, you have to be careful about it. I wish I'd listened to your advice about your job, but you didn't. You quit your job and you came to Ireland. Okay, next one then, Carla.
I forgot my umbrella and it started pouring rain. I wish I'd remembered it.
Yes. Okay. Now repeat again.
The sentence? Yeah, I forgot my umbrella and
Oh, stop there. Now, it's to be honest, I shouldn't really correct this because it sounds very, very understandable. There's no problems with this. So I can understand every single word that Carla is saying. But what did she say here? What did she say here? I forgot my I forgot my umbrella. Now, what happens here in Italian? Say that word again.
in Italian?
No, in English.
Umbrella?
Again?
Umbrella?
Okay, now what sounded different to the way I would say it? Umbrella. Again?
The first letter.
Yeah, what happened with the R? And the... Sorry, yes, exactly.
More strong.
Yeah, no, what's that mean? More strong? Like this? No, it makes no sense to say strong.
A-R?
No, but what happens with the R in Italian? That doesn't happen in English. Where are you producing the R? Yeah, where are you producing it? Where in your mouth? Where? Where is your tongue?
Esatto.
Yeah, are you touching anything?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, English does not.
Okay.
English will keep the tongue down here and I will say umbrella. I will not say umbrella. Umbrella. Also, you will notice that in Italian there is a difference between double consonants and in English it's not so evident. Okay, so for example I say umbrella, it's like one L. It's not umbrella, umbrella. Okay, so that's why that sounded a little Italian. But it's easier to understand Italians than Spanish speakers because Spanish speakers take sounds off. Italians will put sounds on. I forgot. Not I forgot. I forgot. Spanish speaker might say, I forgot. I forgot my umbrella. Okay, what? Right? And French, they have other problems. Okay? Many problems. Okay? What's your biggest problem?
With the pronunciation?
No, Joanna is not here. Okay. Next one, then, Cheyenne.
I stayed in my bed all day instead of going out with friends. I wish I'd went to the pub with my friends.
Exactly. I wish I'd. But now, to be honest, Cheyenne made a mistake that some native speakers might make. No, some native speakers might make this mistake. Anyone know what the mistake was?
It's not personal.
She made a mistake that some native speakers might make. I wish I'd went to the pub with my friends. I wish I'd...
Gan?
Again?
Gan?
Yes, very good. This girl, she's fantastic at the grammar. Okay? I wish I'd gone. And what Cheyenne said was, I went. And some native speakers will mix up the past participle and the past simple form. So don't worry about it too much. To be honest, if I wasn't concentrating, I'd probably go, oh yeah, that's fine. She got the construction. And nobody else will correct you. Okay, well, teachers will correct you, but most normal people, not teachers, normal people, they would not correct you. They'd say, okay, oh yeah, that's fine, I understand. Okay, and Samuel, I'll give you okay, Samuel, I didn't study harder for my driving test.
I didn't study harder for my driver's test. I wish I studied more.
Yes, simple. Next. You ready?
I spent too much time on social media last year. I wish I'd spent my time in better things.
On better things than social media. Exactly. Or your phone, for example. Yeah. Next one then, Brandon.
I didn't save any money when I had a good salary. I wish I saved more money.
Yes, I wish I'd saved more money, blah, blah, blah. Now, these are very artificial questions. This is what you will get in a grammar book. Of course, you can ask ChatGPT to generate questions like this, and every single person here can answer those questions. You all did it fairly well. That's not a problem. How many of you think you could do that on your own? How many of you think you need a teacher for you to do that? No. Maybe you made a mistake. What would you do? You can ask ChatGPT. Is correct. Simple. Now, the one issue that you might have is if you were like Carla and you made a mistake with pronunciation, might not be able, it will not correct you. Okay, but it could give you some advice about what errors Italians might make with a particular sentence. You say, oh, what would an Italian do here possibly, blah, blah, blah. Okay, but it's not so advanced at this moment. All right, go back to your seats for a moment, okay? Rearrange the seats. Sorry, I would like, what do we want in this class, Samuel? Fake enthusiasm. Could you please go back to your seats? Exactly. Who said that? Hey, Julie. Okay, for the people who are new in this class, this course is different to the other courses that we've done in the past. This is the teaching methodology that we use, or we have used for the last 8 weeks and 1 day, half a day. Okay, and it's a technique where the students decide basically the course. Okay? Sorry about that, yeah, just be careful. Exactly. Don't get caught in the crossfire there, Roberta. Did you have a shower this morning? Yeah. Okay. Right. Okay. So this course is emergent. So the syllabus. Does everyone understand the syllabus or curriculum? So what we do during the course, it develops. Okay, so there are a few problems with this and a few good things with it. Okay, so at the start of the class, I asked you to have a conversation, and then all the language was on the board. And you could have chosen different language, I don't know. Okay? For those of you who don't know, at the end of the class, come to me for 1 minute, and I will show you the resources that we use during the class. Okay? You might see me type something during the class. I put that in a document, and then I give you access to those documents. I have no social life, so during the winter break, I have no friends or social life. During the winter break, I put up I haven't published them yet, I have done all the YouTube videos of the classes, and then put the timestamps. So I said, okay, now this is the point where you learn I would rather, blah, 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 etc. And I might publish them. I need to get one video. I might publish them soon. So you would get access to the previous 8 weeks. So it's not like, oh, where are you in the course, etc. Okay, you can go back and look at this. Okay, anyway, enough of that. So this is emergent. So you get to decide what the course is, okay? You decide. So now, the peer review, 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 and the three of you, I want you to discuss for the next 3 or 4 minutes what topics you would like to do this week. Okay? They could be grammar, they could be a particular topic, it could be whatever. Vocabulary. Now, just 1 second there, yeah? Just 1 second, just 1 second. So, well, what do we want in this class again?
Fake enthusiasm.
Fake enthusiasm. So, just for the new people, there are a few things we want in this class. One is fake enthusiasm. Okay? Not just any kind of enthusiasm, fake enthusiasm. Okay? So, when I say to you, please join your partner and discuss what you would like to do for the next week, what's your reaction, Kennedy? Woohoo! Exactly, right? And then the second thing, which is equally important, what else do we want in this class?
Corruption.
The big C, the what?
Corruption.
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 Corruption, exactly. Okay, excellent, excellent. So if any of you are thinking, yeah, I should be in advanced class, well, it's going to cost you, and I don't accept coins. Okay? Only notes, and I'll give you my bank account details if you also want to do it. Okay, right? Discuss with your partners for the next 3 minutes what you would like to do for the next week. Okay? What topics, what grammar, what vocabulary, anything you want. Oh, I should say as well. Okay. 1 second as well. Some of you do this, but you can ask ChatGPT to give you some advice on this as well. Ask it for what you would like to do and what you would need to do. So give yourself, like, make a profile of yourself, say, oh, I'm a B2 student in Ireland and I'm going to be here for 2 weeks or whatever. What do I need? Okay, or I'm a news reporter. What do I need to become better at English in this context? Okay, off you go, quick.
They pronounce yeah.
Right.
Yeah, because
but because I didn't understand everything, but I think it's useful for me. You listen again, that dictation, finally you fix the in English and when I hear I want to write. If I do that, I don't remember the rest.
I'll give you another minute.
How would you like to learn? Because we need to say the topic. How would you like? How would you like? For example, you can say, maybe we like friends, maybe we
I have another teacher
which is better for you.
Teacher for
Oh, okay, yeah.
and he spoke with
preparation.
several people from my class and he said them.
This is very expensive. Like, let's put it in chat over conversation.
What happened here?
Best have good level for this. A good English for this.
I like very emotional, so I prefer games.
Okay, finished? Okay, this group here, I would like you to discuss with this group what your ideas were. This group, I would like you to discuss with this group. This person. These groups, you discuss what you chose.
One.
No, you are famous in this class. Because of Joanna.
Learn, read sentences of it to practice.
Yeah,
Your dictation.
the name is this teacher told you something and you need to do because I think about for this reason the first year you need to learn when we can to write so we have
For me,
nowadays so I don't know no, I was
I know the meaning.
Something about story times about
Linking words, great
maybe not the word
pronunciation, because I think
that's true.
it's a very important thing to transmit your ideas in the correct way. Yeah, because if you express or say something different or something bad, maybe the message changes with the vocabulary. Like more over the way or something like that.
Okay, yeah, could be
similar.
sometimes you don't understand.
It has
Normal. Yeah.
Sometimes sometimes it makes even to spell the sentence and you can. It's so good exercise.
Finished? Finished? All right. Everyone, up. Up. Okay, now mix with some other people and discuss your ideas. Okay, mix with other people and discuss your ideas. That's it.
Not only that, maybe one.
some particular we're coffee with 1 cup of sugar.
phrases. Normal speech.
Why? Because sometimes you
I think it's one of these
This girl is good.
Hello is the what you say to
You just want to punch.
Yes, of
course. That's so well in
English, kind of but depends on like
Happy New Year.
you say hello, what did you or you say I don't say
How are you?
no, I don't. The way to say the same thing, but it's
Not too more.
and the way you express your maybe common expression as well.
Got an idea?
Yeah.
You got an idea? Okay. Hey, come back.
Are you have a word?
Yes, let's talk about that.
Romano.
I have this thing. Maybe this is a test, is it? Oh yes. Romano left this.
But you haven't checked yet.
I didn't even know it was here.
Yeah.
Right, okay, so I didn't notice that Romano had left the test, but right. Okay, right, so this group then, what ideas had you?
Conditional.
Oh, conditional. What did you say?
Conditionals.
Conditional, and conditional.
Actually, mix.
Okay, conditionals. Anything else? Okay, reported speech. Okay, now just to clarify, for the people, I gave you out a sheet at the start of the class. Okay, you see where the questions are? On the other side, you will see reported speech, and the reason is I'm going to force you to use reported speech when you're reporting what your partner said. Okay, but don't worry about it for now. Anything else? Okay, yeah. Phrasal verbs, okay. And in this group?
Verb more proposition.
Again?
Verb more preposition.
Verb and a preposition, or verb and a particle, yeah. And phrasal verbs. Anything else?
To figure out, for example, yes?
Figure out, yeah.
How to use this.
How to use it? Okay. Yeah. Anything else? Now I didn't mean only grammar. I wanted topics as well. But anyway, this group. Oh yes.
Listening.
Listening. To anything in general, or okay, listening.
To comprehension, something.
Listening to what? Like,
To
if I ask you, okay, now if I ask you the question, I want to, or I say, oh, I want to learn to be better at Spanish listening. Okay? What would you tell me? How would I get better? What would you teach? You're the teacher.
I think to understand different items, accents.
Accents. Okay, so you would teach me Argentinian,
No.
Costa Rican, Spanish accents. No problem.
No, it's to understand.
Okay, I'm being a bit jokey, but this is a very big topic. Okay, so do you want listening? So you can't do everything in one class. Okay, so do you want more conversational listening practice, or do you want, like, to be honest, do you want to understand a native English speaker from Ireland down at the pub, or do you want to understand what they say on the news in Britain, or what? Because all that listening is going to be slightly different. They're going to use different languages. They're going to use different accents. It's not all going to be the same.
I would like to repeat the activity that you read a paragraph and we recorded your...
Okay, shadowing. Okay,
Yeah.
so shadowing. Okay, we can do that together. Anything else?
Dictation.
Dictation. Okay, you will do a dictation in a minute. Okay, anything else?
Pronunciation.
Pronunciation of what?
Words.
Of course, okay. What kind of pronunciation?
The correct pronunciation.
Oh. All right, sure.
Language.
All right then, sure. I'm going to start. All right then, now I'm going to teach you like this now, and you can listen to the way I normally speak down in Wexford, and sure, then you'll be fine, yeah? Oh, should be all great. It's quite good down there in Wexford with an accent like this. That's correct. There's nothing wrong with that pronunciation. Or maybe I'll start speaking like this. This and that. Clear? This and that and these and those. Very clear. Everyone understood it. Okay, so we'll go over a bit of pronunciation. I think what you mean, I'll show you, is connected speech. When an English speaker is speaking quickly, they'll make alterations to their speech. So, for example, when you're speaking quickly, you very often do not pronounce that like and. Nobody pronounces it like that. If I said, for example, this. Pronounce that.
Black and white.
Yeah, it becomes what? And. Or it sometimes it becomes n. Black and white. Now, what else did I do to that?
White.
Yeah. That became what? What's that sound?
White.
What's that question mark? Say that word for me.
What?
Oh, you're very posh. Okay, say that word for me again.
Football.
Again?
Football.
Yeah, nobody here pronounced that T. What did you do?
Football.
Yeah, you stop the air coming out and you produce what is called a glottal stop. So it's the same as when you say, oh, say that. Oh. Why? Yeah, it's not why, it's why. So the air is being stopped here, so you get black and white. Now, when you say these two words together, it sounds like one word. Black and white. Okay? So I'll teach you some of that. And then I'll go over some pronunciation difficulties that your languages have. Okay? This man, how would you pronounce, in your most inner city accent, how would you pronounce that?
Black and white.
Again? Again? Exactly. Very good. Exactly. Okay. Anything else? What other topics did you want to do? Yes.
Some problems about the past and the future. I mean, I don't know.
In your life or?
But I don't know when exactly I choose the past simple or the past perfect, and the same for the future. Because in Italian we don't have all these forms, so I don't know.
Oh no, you have many of the forms, and some of the forms are very, very similar. And I know when you go to learn languages, I would encourage you to try find some similarities as well as differences. Like, which languages in this class are going to have very, very similar tenses? Which languages out of this class are going to have very similar tenses?
Spanish?
Yeah, which languages? I cannot say, who are you similar to?
Spanish, Portuguese.
Okay, right. Spanish and Portuguese. Any other languages? Italian. Any other languages?
Korean.
Oh, Korean is very It's not there. Any other languages? Which?
Dutch.
In this class? And yeah, French. Okay, now which of those languages are most similar?
Portuguese.
Portuguese and Spanish are quite similar, and then Italian and Spanish are quite similar, and French is a little bit more different.
Yeah.
So noticing the differences and the similarities is useful to you, in my opinion. What does French not have in its tense system that all the others do have? You don't have. English has this and you don't have. You cannot do this in your language.
Continuous tenses.
Continuous tenses, no, exactly. Okay, there are no continuous tenses in French. Okay? If you want to say something like I am speaking, you have to say in French, I speak, or you have to say something like I am in the process of speaking. Okay? I'm in train of speaking. Okay? En train de. Okay? So noticing those differences will help you learn other languages as well. And there are a lot of similarities between English and Italian and Spanish and whatever. For example, all of those languages, now you don't use them exactly in the same way as English, but you all have perfect forms. You all have, what does that word mean again? Say yes, again. Thank you very much. Please stand up, Sion. Sion, over here. Now, can you all look at Sion when she is going to answer that question again? What does perfect mean?
Connecting to times.
Exactly. When you see the, don't sit down. Okay? When you see the word perfect, you should always think it connects 2 times in your languages as well as English. If you, for example, look at the future anterior in Italian, you will find that you're connecting 2 times. Okay? Two forms. I'll show you about this in the future. Okay? Now, if you have 1 time, what's that mean? Sit back down. That's not perfect. That's not perfect. Okay? Perfect is this, not this. Yeah, exactly. Okay? Also, perfect. There's another way you can learn perfect. I'm a single man. Okay? What? Say, quiet now. What's another way of describing perfect? Before. So when you say present perfect, what does that really mean? Before the present. Before the present. Past perfect means what? Before the past. Before the past. So how many pasts have you got?
1.
2. You have to have 2. You must have 2 if you use a perfect form. This is the same in all those Romance languages. And it is also interesting to look at languages that are very, very different. Like Korean and Amharic are very, very different to our languages. And noticing those differences will help you learn more exotic languages and vice versa. Okay? Italian is an exotic language for Juhi. Okay, it's very, very different. German is very different. Okay? Yes, and for those of you who don't know, she has a German boyfriend. But that won't stop Samuel, so just be careful. Okay? Okay? Anything else? Anything else that you would like to learn? Okay, you, yes?
What?
No, because Roberto and... No? Right? Okay, now all of you chose... Now, before the break, before the winter break, I asked you, okay, now give me a topic that you want to learn, and then you were saying things like, fashion, travel, cooking, etc. And after the winter break, it's all... Tense forms, visiting, friends, verbs, reported speech, conditionals.
I got one.
Yes?
General language about clothes and accessories.
What do you mean by accessories? Like jewelry?
Like glasses or shoes or...
Okay. Okay. Has anyone else any other topics like that? Like I mean, like general topics that you would like to discuss? Okay, we will be talking. This is very bad for me, Gabrielle. Fashion. Fashion for a week.
But you can say about normal general mistakes that we made in the using of verbs or.
Yes, we'll do all that, but that's basically language instead of I wanted the topic. But have you any other topics that you would like?
Someone said storytelling, so connected speech, but we put in emotion in the.
Putting emotion into the stories? What are you trying to do? Flirt with more ladies? Yeah, excellent. Beautiful. Okay, right, I can work with these. Okay, now in the text, because I was listening to you when you were doing your discussion, I heard people saying phrasal verbs. So I'm going to do a dictation now that includes phrasal verbs. There will be 4 sentences. Okay? Get out a piece of paper and a pen. Do not lose those pages either because they contain the reported speech that I will cover during the week. Okay? Okay, so listen, I will speak quickly the way a native speaker speaks. I am not going to go slowly, but I will do it 3 times. Okay? So there will be 4 sentences and I will speak 3 times. Usually what happens is I will speak so quickly that Kayeni will go exactly. Okay? But I will speak 3 times. Okay. The first one then. I wish they hadn't made me redundant. Just before the holidays. Shh, quiet now. Listen with your ears. Listen with your ears, not with your mouth. Okay, I'll repeat the sentence. I wish they hadn't made me redundant just before the holidays. And last one. I wish they hadn't made me redundant just before the holidays.
Bye-bye.
Okay, next one. If only I'd spoken up during the meeting. Things might have been different. Okay, yeah. If only I'd spoken up during the meeting, things might have been different. Last time. If only I'd spoken up during the meeting, things might have been different. Next one then. I wish I hadn't been so detached. From my team last year. I wish I hadn't been so detached from my team last year. I wish I hadn't been so detached from my team last year. And the last sentence. If only they hadn't laid me off. After I'd spent years building that project. If only they hadn't laid me off after I'd spent years building that project. And the last one. If only they hadn't laid me off after I'd spent years building that project. Now, I like the fact that Roberto, he's getting involved in the class in the way that more experienced students have become more involved in the class, like this. Thank you very much. Right? So together, and three together. What did you write down? Okay? What did you write down? Okay? Join another group or whichever. Okay? So pair, yeah, whatever.
What did you write down? The first one. Yes, I wish.
You'll find this very difficult.
They only laid me off after spending
Yeah, if only the big had let something here
I was off
Okay, stop. Okay, Roberto, you go in that group, and Kayeni and boys, you go in that group. See what you decided.
I will see you.
This group? Yeah. Okay, so Laurent and Wendy, you work with the girls and Roberto. Okay, so bigger group.
I wish I made me redundant just before the holidays.
Yes.
Yes. I
They
wish
made me redundant.
Just
Without
before
have.
Yes.
I put yes.
Ah, the case.
I wish they had
I wish.
I wish they had
No, they
made
hadn't
me
made me
redundant just
redundant
before the
just before
holidays.
the holidays.
Wow.
I think it's natural.
I don't
I think
I put I wish they are the same like you.
And you lose.
It's my first day. I will write something at the beginning.
If only I didn't spoken up in the beginning, it might have
It is
been
negative. Okay.
If only
Because I can hear from
hadn't I naturally spoken up with the meeting, things might have been different.
if
You
only
had or had done a natural?
I think
Hadn't or had?
I spoken up during the meeting. Things make different.
There is a had or had, hadn't.
if only I spoke with them during the meeting, things
I heard something about there.
I think the last it's the beginning of the sentence.
I put if I was speaking German with the meeting.
I think our German is because you.
With him first, I read the second thing. Could be this, could be. The third,
I wish I'd been so attached for my teammates.
I wish I had been so detached from my team last year.
Oh, sorry. It's
hadn't to be. I wish I hadn't been.
I wish I had been.
I wish
I
had
Been?
I had
Hadn't been.
I had been.
Hadn't been.
No, past.
You told us this is not true. Hadn't been okay.
Shut up.
Hadn't been okay.
You're seeing that project.
I have that ready.
Can I say something about the spell?
Yes.
If only something off after spell.
Yes.
There's only now this right.
Yes.
Building up.
Never if they only want me off
The last one, I think it's detached.
Yeah, I can be fully with me off. After stay here.
I'm a hero.
The verb
After spell years, this
On
is
my team last year.
Building up.
building up.
What? If only they hadn't been involved. After I spent years
Spell
in
years
that.
building up the project also.
After
And then
After I spent years spent in that project. Yeah.
Okay, stop. Now I want you to move over here again and face that screen. And one person in this class I am very impressed with. And that person will speak to me at the end of the class. And 10 people are not impressed. No, I'm joking. Now it's going to be a beautiful sight here as you can look through Roberto's head. Okay, very nice. Right, here are the sentences.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, it's very clear now, very clear with me. Okay, here are the sentences.
you send us and rules.
I will put it in the
Yeah.
document.
Nice.
Now, which person in this class do you think I'm very impressed with? Any ideas? It's you from Ethiopia.
Yay.
Yes. You will be coming to me after the class. Right. Okay. Where do you think you had big problems? Maybe move down. Can you see? Yeah. Okay. so in the first sentence, by the way, if you look inside the sentences, you will see two phrasal verbs. Where are the phrasal verbs?
Spoken of.
Yeah, so there's one phrasal verb. And the other one?
Laid me off.
Again?
Laid me off.
Yes. Okay. So this and this are phrasal verbs. Okay. Also, you will see vocabulary that you learned at the start of the class. What words did you learn at the start of the class?
Redundant.
Redundant. Detached. Remember that? There. What else? Maybe off, etc. So what I'm trying to do is put some of the vocabulary back into the information that you're going to see today and in the future. Okay? There is no point in you giving me vocabulary or language and then us never reviewing it. Okay? So we will do that again. Okay, I also chose constructions that you had done before. So I wish plus what? Had and then a past participle. We did this before the break. And this construction works in exactly the same way. If only is the same in construction as I wish. So if only I had spoken. If only they hadn't laid me off. It's the same grammar, okay? So it means the same thing as I wish. Now, what construction, or say, what part of that sentence you think, oh, I find it very difficult to understand when an English speaker is speaking quickly? What do you think you had problems with in that sentence? Yeah, I think a lot of you will go, oh, did Andrew say, I wish they haven't? Or Andrew say, I wish they hadn't? I heard some of you say, oh, have. That's not going to happen after the verb, after I wish. It's almost always going to be had, not have. Okay, so an English speaker would not say, oh, I wish I have done this. Never. So even if you don't hear it clearly, you should guess the had, not have. Okay? So, like, if I go like this, I wish they had, you say, what? Because there's background noise. This your brain has to fill in the information sometimes because maybe a truck passes by and you have to make intelligent guesses. So that's an intelligent guess. Anything else? So I'll read it again. You tell me what's problematic about it. Now you can read it in front of you. I wish they hadn't made me redundant just before the holidays. I wish they hadn't made me redundant just before the holidays. What sound disappeared completely? Look down here.
Just before.
How did I say those two words together? Just before. I didn't say just before. I told you before the break, before the winter break, if you have a T beside another consonant, very often the T will disappear. Okay, very often. So you won't say just before. No English speaker does that. It'd be very unnatural for me to say, I wish they hadn't made me redundant just before the holidays. Like I'd sound like a robot. Okay, so this very often happens. Just be careful about that combination. In the next one, are there any constructions there you would say, ooh, I'm pretty sure Andrew did not pronounce it the way I would expect? Just look at the first half. Is there anything there you would say, ooh, I'm not really sure. I heard this group down here saying, oh, I think I heard a particular language being mentioned. Which language? German, yeah, German. It was probably because of which word?
Spoken up.
No, I would say it's because of that. Now, how did I pronounce that word? Durin. Durin. It starts to sound a bit like German. Then there's a German? What the hell is it talking? Okay? This woman, she hears German all the time, in all four sentences. Okay?
So, would it be correct if we say like, if only I hadn't had?
That's not what I said.
But grammatically, is it correct?
Yes, if only I hadn't had a problem, I wouldn't have had any difficulties. So if only I'd spoken up during the meeting. What did I say there that is unusual for you? During the meeting. I told you this before the break. What did I do with that word and that word? Did I say meeting?
More.
I said meeting. So that ing became n, and that very often happens. What am I doing now?
Doing.
What am I doing now?
Speaking.
Speaking, teaching. What are you doing? Listening, etc. Studying. So instead of studying or listening, you're listening, studying. So this ing pattern where it changes from which is in the nose to n is very, very common. Things might have been different. What did I do there? I did this before the break as well. What did I do with this construction? Might have been. So that it's not even might have, it's might have been. Here it says might have, but I didn't do that. I said might have. So if I put should have, how would I very often pronounce it? Should have. If I said could have, how would I pronounce that? Could have. Would have. Would have. So you're going to find this construction all over the place. If you hear woulda, coulda, shoulda, mighta, you should expect might have, should have, could have, etc. Okay, next one then. How did I pronounce that? I wish I hadn't been so detached from my team last year. Is there anything in that sentence that you go, that's a bit weird? Last year. I didn't say last year. That sounds unnatural. Last year. Okay? Next one then. If only they hadn't laid me off after I'd spent years building that project. What strange thing happened there? Yeah, with this. So I'm trying to give you sentences that with connected speech that native speakers in Ireland especially would use. But this happens all over the world. Okay? Now, do you need a teacher for this? Why not? Do you?
Because you can ask for ChatGPT.
You can ask ChatGPT to do what?
To give your examples.
Give an example, but it has to speak. So you have to have the audio version on the phone, and you can ask it to generate sentences, and you test yourself. So you say here, okay, Andrew, give me pronunciation practice, etc. Okay, I can give you pronunciation practice, but I can only give you a limited amount in a classroom. Like for example, some of you, one person I said, excellent, like really did very, very well. Like I wasn't expecting you to do so well. And if you were like this, I wouldn't say, okay, now say I'll do the 100 of these every day. It's a waste of time, she already knows it. But for some of you, you might need to do this. You can do this on your own. You will get limited practice in the class, okay? I'm trying to give you techniques that you can do on your own. Okay, right, for the people who are new, and Roberto for 1 minute, I want to speak to you for 2 minutes, and Tion for 1 minute. Right, have a nice day. That's the end of the class. Sorry, that's the end of the class. Absolute disgrace.